time is 6 p.m. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our regular City Council meeting for July 14th, 2020. It's now in session. First order of business is the opening prayer by Councilmember Scott. She will lead us with the opening prayer, the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States flag and the flag of Texas.
Thank you. Dear Lord, please be with us as we do your work here on this earth, and we put the interests of Schertz first and foremost in our hearts. Bless our first responders, and please give us wisdom and guidance so we can make the best decisions for all the residents of our city and have a stronger city, a stronger state, and a stronger country. Please guide us in the way that you would have us to go, and thank you for all your abundant blessings. Let us never, never take them for granted. Thank you for showing us the way, and we love you. Thank you. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Councilmember Scott. Next on the agenda is Dr. Brown will introduce our new EDC director.
Well, it's a real privilege for me tonight to be able to introduce you to our new and incoming executive director of the Schertz Economic Development Corporation, and this is Adrian Perez. And just a little bit about Adrian's background. He served for 15 years with the city of San Antonio in their Economic Development Department. His experience there includes various roles in securing 30 economic development projects, 8,000 jobs, and about $1.8 billion in additional tax base for the city of San Antonio. He brings a wealth of experience to us here in Schertz, and we're fortunate to have that. Before he worked in the city of San Antonio, he worked for the Middle Rio Grande Development Council of Governments. He provided technical assistance to small communities throughout their 9-county region. He holds a BBA with an emphasis on management information systems from Texas A&M at Corpus Christi. And he likes to spend time with his wife, Christina, and Christina's here also as well. Hello, Christina. And they have 3 children, Adrian, Aiden, and Sloan. And he said, I quote him on this, when he's not chasing his children around or cleaning his house because of said children, he enjoys all things tech, country music, hunting, and camping. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Adrian Perez.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. The floor is yours. Thank you, Dr. Brown. Mayor, council members, thank you so much for this opportunity to lead this great team over at the EDC. I'm hoping as I get settled into the role to have a chance to connect with each of you, really understand and appreciate your vision for how the EDC can fulfill its mission in service to your constituents, the business community. And if I could just take a moment to brag on the EDC staff for a second, the staff that's worked with Dr. Brown to keep the projects moving through the EDC, keep the SEDC board engaged. Patty Horan, who's here, Jennifer Colby, Drew Vincent, great team members. I've been here 2 days, and I can tell you right now, you've got a winning team in that EDC. And so very excited to continue working with them, Dr. Brown and the SEDC board, to keep pursuing quality private sector investment that enhances the fabric of this community. So with that, I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to our team. Okay, we'll continue with city events and announcements. First is announcements of upcoming city events. Mr. Campbell?
I've got this one, Mayor. Just a reminder that on Tuesday, oh, that doesn't seem right. Just a reminder that city offices are going to be closed next Monday, January 20th, in observance of Martin Luther King Day. Friday, January 24th, council's doing a team building retreat. It's going to be down at the community room in the new fire station number 3. That's going to start at 9 a.m. on Friday the 24th. There is a ribbon cutting for a new pharmacy on that same Friday at 4 p.m. located at 17323 I-835 North, Suite 100 here in Schertz. And then again, our next council meeting will be Tuesday, January 28th at 6 p.m. The other thing that, again, a bit of an announcement, we've had a lot of questions about it, but the Christmas tree, as much as we love Christmas and want it to linger with us, the Christmas tree should be coming down tomorrow, barring bad weather that precludes the crane coming in. But we have to bring in a crane to help staff do that, and sometimes it's tough to get it in. So this time it stayed up a little longer than normal to continue the holiday spirit. But barring bad weather, should be down tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. James. Next is announcements and recognitions by the city manager. Dr. Brown?
The only thing I had tonight was that I thought we had a very good session this morning with Leadership Corps from the Chamber. Maggie brought her Leadership Corps students, of which Allison Hayward was one. We had a great opportunity to share a little bit about city government in the city of Schertz and had a wonderful mock city council session. So a great opportunity to educate some of our local business community and a great opportunity for staff to interact with them. So that's all I've got. Thanks.
Okay. Next is announcements and recognitions by the mayor. I have none. We'll move on to the hearing of residents. No one signed up, so we'll continue to move on. Consent agenda items. Item number 1, approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of January 7th, 2020. Item number 2, resolution number 20R05, a resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, authorizing EMS revenue adjustments, utility building debt revenue adjustments, and Schertz Magazine debt revenue adjustments for certain inactive outstanding receivables and other matters in connection therewith. Item number 3, resolution number 20R08, a resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, appointing Brian Edgington to the Board of Directors for the Cibolo Valley Local Government Corporation, CVLGC, place D4, replacing Mr. Johnny Bourgeois in all matters in connection therewith. Item number 4, consideration or action accepting the resignation of Ms. Lauren Garrott from the Planning and Zoning Commission. Council, is there any of these items that need to be removed for separate action or discussion? If not, do I have a motion to approve consent agenda items 1 through 4?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Councilmember Dalla, second by Councilmember Hayward. Any comments or questions? Okay, let's call for the vote.
Aye.
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 Okay, we have 7 ayes, no objections, motion passes. Okay, next is the roll call confirmation. Schertz City Secretary, Ms. Brenda Dennis, will provide roll call vote confirmation.
Consent agenda items 1 through 4. Motion was made by Councilmember Dalla, seconded by Councilmember Hayward. Mayor Pro Tem Brown, Councilmembers Davis, Scott, Larson, Dalla, Scagliola, Hayward voted yes. No one voted no. Motion passed.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Dennis. Next is closed session. Item number 5, City Council will meet in closed session under Section 551.074 of the Texas Government Code, personal matters, to conduct an annual evaluation in reference to our City Secretary, Ms. Brenda Dennis. Okay, the time is now 6:10. We will reconvene after our discussion. Council, as a reminder, electronic devices are not allowed in the closed session. Excuse me, the time is now 7:18. We reconvene after our discussion with deliberations concerning agenda item number 5, in regards to the annual evaluation and consideration of a cost of living increase in regards to the city secretary, Ms. Brenda Dennis. Council, is there a motion for consideration?
I make a motion that we retain the services of Ms. Brenda Dennis with a annual compensation increase of 2% for effective 1 February 2020.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor from from Councilmember Brown, second by Councilmember Hayward. Any further discussions? Let's call for the vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
7 ayes, no objections, motion passes. Okay, we have a roll call confirmation. City Secretary, Ms. Brenda Dennis, will you provide the roll call confirmation?
Yes, sir, for item 5A. Motion was made by Mayor Pro Tem Brown, seconded by Councilmember Hayward for a cost of living increase in the amount of 2% effective 1 February. Motion was made, of course, by Councilmember Brown, Mayor Pro Tem Brown, seconded by Hayward. Mayor Pro Tem Brown, Councilmembers Davis, Scott, Larson, Dalla, Scagliola, Hayward voted yes. No one voted no. Motion passed.
Thank you, Ms. Dennis. Okay, next is announcements. Our city manager, Dr. Brown, do you have any announcements?
Nothing further, Mayor.
Okay. Council, any possible items you'd like to place on future agenda items? Okay, I do have one. On the future agenda, I want the council to consider the cancellation of March 3rd council meeting. It is election date, and several of our residents are probably interested in the results. If we can place that on the agenda for consideration. Okay. Final comments or events attended, we'll start with Mayor Pro Tem Brown.
Polar plunge was a gas. Outside of that, nothing.
Okay. Councilmember Davis.
Nothing other than had the Housing Authority meeting last night.
Okay. Councilmember Scott.
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Councilmember Larson. Councilmember Dalla.
Attended the polar plunge. I'll tell you, the water was cold.
Councilmember Scagliola.
Yeah, I went out to the polar plunge, and I tend to agree with the council member to my right. It was indeed cold. I was thinking about maybe spending some money to get that pool heated for next year. Just something to consider. That's all I have, sir.
Okay. Councilmember Hayward.
Yes, Mayor. I went to the Northeastern Partnership Luncheon. Went to the JBSA Leadership P4 meeting, and then I did the TML newly elected officials workshop. I was there because I'm the TML Region 7 president, and I was trying to make connections with some of the new city council and get surveys to be able to start having workshops for TML Region 7. I attended the polar bear plunge. I, however, did not jump in that cold water. And I did the touch a truck, went by there, and it was quite eventful in seeing that there were actually more girls intrigued with the trucks than there were little boys. Not saying the boys weren't, but the girls were just climbing all over them and blowing horns and doing their thing. And then today I am with the Leadership Corps with Maggie, and we did Schertz, Cibolo, and Selma. And in Selma, I got to ride in the back of the Batmobile around the city and realized they take a lot of gas. It's 6 miles to the gallon. And it was quite a smooth ride. I was surprised. That is all.
Okay. I also attended the NEP luncheon on Thursday. There was a presentation by JBSA Randolph providing us some information on the bird strikes. Also attended the JBSA P4 leadership meeting that they had. The polar bear plunge, there were so many brave souls. I was not one of them. Touch a truck. Yeah, that was very interesting. The kids were having fun, but also the adults. I noticed how many smiles were out there, too. They love those big trucks. And I also had the privilege of attending the stock show and rodeo sponsorship kickoff dinner. And that's it. The time is now 7:24. We stand adjourned.